What's up, guys? How's it going? Just wanted to jump on and share some energy with you. Hopefully, you could reciprocate by either asking about a tarot reading or sending tips and donations below. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo in the description. Also, my rates are below. $12 questions. I offer extended readings and then a Celtic cross. It's a little steep of the price, but I promise satisfaction guaranteed, and the rates are legit. I did the calculations. I, did the wholesale slash, retail math, and believe me, you're getting your worth with those prices. I just found out that I'm a master number 33, so that kind of for me personally brings more legitimacy to what I'm doing, because that is about spiritual self-help and psychological help and all that stuff, and that's what I've been doing for years with people. So I'm proud of that, and I'm grateful that God has graced me with, or the universe, or whatever you want to say, has graced me with coming across that. That's pretty cool. The way you find out your life path number, I guess, is what I'm just realizing, is you add up all the digits in your birthday. Mine is 4/11/1989. You add them all up and then reduce it to a single digit unless it's 11, 22, or 33. So mine came out to 33. But anyways, it just brings some personal vindication and validation. I see someone who's at a crossroads decision here with the two swords in the upright. Could be in regards to what they're investing in emotionally. Okay. They do feel and believe in what they're doing. They find that it's positive and it could help others. It could benefit others. Okay. It does take that kind of continuous working of the internal alchemy, though. Okay, as it were. There's a certain amount of rumination and tilling of the land that one has to do in order to reap some sort of reward. So it could be time in the game. It could be time just kind of believing that there's always something new to say. The star card in the reverse is a deep wish fulfillment. It can also be filling up your tank, filling up your reservoir with emotional fuel and substance. Okay, if you feel like your tank is on empty, this is filling up through the proper sources. I just got off the phone with my mom, and she was telling me the story about how my grandfather passed away, and I didn't really know all the details, but when she was telling me the details, I kind of started to tear up, and I started to cry basically, because the story was just infused with another reason to keep on going and keep on fighting. And you're fighting for legacy, you're fighting for the sacrifices that those that came before you made. And his story is one of leaving Mexico to move to Chicago. I want to say in the 50s or 60s. So I moved from Chicago to California. So things kind of came around full circle. But hearing my mom tell me that story just kind of filled me up, basically. And it just gave me just another kind of dimension of looking at my situation, which, trying to make it as a tarot reader, making it as a tarot reader, really, because I've been doing this for a couple of years now. And, just grinding and hustling, as much as possible. And I mean that in the best way possible. I don't mean that in a pejorative, negative way. Like I'm stealing from people or getting the best of them or anything like that. Because I really believe in and I practice what I preach as far as meditation, breath work, spirit is Latin for breath, I believe. So all that stuff. But let's see what the tarot has to say, if anything. So this just reminded me of a deep well, filling the reserves of your emotion and remembering to feed off of the positive emotions, not just the negativity, not just hate, fear, anger, rage, all that stuff. because those are toxic and that breeds toxicity. So if you can, you want to switch on over to, it's like switching up from like gas to electric, so to speak. Um, convert to those positive, healthy emotions. And what you'll find is that they're so deep and they're so profound. And, I have examples of phone calls with like my dad, who he's always been emotionally distant in my life. But when I open up my heart and I communicate with him as if he's brand new and, with love and compassion, then I find that there is this resonancy of love, and that opens me up to just this deep reservoir of like love and emotion, and becomes so overwhelming. Actually, it's like a tidal wave. And so it's interesting how, for me, I'm sharing with you these experiences of how conversations with my parents are like opening up my heart and unlocking some sort of aspect of depth and knowledge of where I come from. And hopefully you could practice that in your life if you haven't already. But there's something very potent and powerful, and it really does fill your tank up, and it makes me see things in a way where I could keep on going because I've had my tank filled, restored, so to speak, emotionally with that positive fuel. And so the way I ended the call with my mom today was telling her, hey, look, we should continue to share stories, continue to share stories of, what you've been through in your life. And as a child, like decade by decade, if you remember or think of something during the week, then, write it down. And the next time we call and talk with one another, we could share that, or you could share that with me. And not for the sake of her just filling me up, but obviously she gets to retell and recount. And a lot of times we don't have that person that wants to invest time and energy in listening to us as much as allowing us to invest in them emotionally. Um, Especially nowadays with distractions, TikTok, internet, phone, all that stuff. So let me see if anyone else wants to come out here. A particular tale, a particular story here. We said someone who's at a crossroads decision about what they're investing in emotionally. They know they're escaping negativity. They know they're on the right side of moral history, and they're refilling, their tanks, a lot like what I was experiencing earlier. But granted, I'm just a reflection of the, creative collective unconscious, right? So you guys are going through this too. It's in the air. It's in the stars. It's in the atmosphere. And what I'm saying is keep on leading with your heart, keep on leading with love, keep on shining. If you have to do your mantra, if that's your way of turning on your light and doing your mantra as you look in the camera and talk, and, heart mantra as I'm looking in the camera and talking, light mantra, love, these are the things that I say to myself. Because sometimes you just feel like you're just looking into the void and there's nothing there, you know. So there's a lot of magic behind who's behind the camera lens and how you're resonating and what we could do to actually give energy and work and do that. And I think mantra for me personally is just another example of turning on that light, but not falling in love with it, not seeing it as the only way. Okay, because it could be classified as like Jedi mind tricks, things like that. Being able to maintain eye contact and all that stuff, but for me, it's as simple as like doing a mantra and being able to look, because now I feel like I'm working, I'm doing something. It's not just empty looking at the camera lens for nothing. So in a way, that's a microcosm, mini example of how you could go about your day in life as well. I think that there are times where you want to be present and empty, but then I think that there are also times where you want to be able to turn it on, so to speak. So whatever that turning it on is for you. For me, just in my personal human experience, it's been utilizing mantra. Okay, so could be something else for you. Could be putting your attention, focusing your attention on your breath or a particular area, your heart space, something like that. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles here. This is investing time, investing money. Okay, Queen of Swords is. It could be someone isn't sold on where they're investing. It's one thing to be emotionally involved in something, but it's another thing to feel as though, um, you want to be able to generate power. You want to be able to generate your own energy at times. Speaking of mantras, um, but a lot of being able to generate your own energy is feeling like you have something to fight for. Okay, or like I said, I mentioned earlier about legacy. So it's about knowing that there's an end, knowing that there's a purpose, an end goal, or a purpose, or a rhyme, or a reason. Okay, to act as if, you know, to act as if I have hundreds of viewers already, watching me, and I could really connect in this way. And the reason I say that is because the Ace of Pentacles, it's almost like a lack of surety in what you're investing. Because the Queen of Swords in the reverse is she doesn't have her wits about her. Okay, there's a stagnancy here. So to me, it's not necessarily waiting for the right circumstance or moment or opportunity, but it's creating that by turning on here and now. Yes, this is that spirituality. Stuck, stagnant energy with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Strength is the inner discipline to keep on going. Despite the external forces, despite the external return on what you're seeing, it's just keep on going, keep on keeping that light on, keep on putting that energy out there. Okay, the Seven of Cups in the reverse. This is distraction, this is illusion. Okay. And this is rest and recovery when it's the appropriate time to rest and recover. I'm a firm believer that you got to push yourself sometimes, though. Because I think you want to stretch your bounds. You want to stretch what you think you're capable of. And I think that if we're playing within the box or within the confines of space and time or limited resource or limited energy, then we're never going to really open it up, right? We're never going to really see what our engine is made of. That's how it's coming across. Four of Wands in the reverse. This is typically divorce or falling out. Okay. In modern times, I've been interpreting this as the finish line. Okay. But this could be lack of a finish line. This could be more of a marathon type energy here. So really kind of trying to raise your bottom line. Okay. Let me see what else wants to come out here. But it's more the reason to keep on getting the repetitions in is what I'm feeling, that this is why this is coming out here. Being your own cheerleader, being your own fanfare. Okay. And again, this is more perception, right? This is being caught down in the storyline of, oh, woe is me, sorrow, sadness, all that stuff. But you could segue this. You don't have to suppress it, but you could get around it. You know what I'm saying? This is storyline stuff, right? It's not what's actually objectively there. What I'm getting here. This also can be, in practical terms, someone being sad over a heartbreak or a divorce. And in hindsight, in reflecting after the smog is settled, realizing that they didn't show strength or discipline. It could be. Because the strength card in the reverse is that lack of strength or discipline. A lot of cup energy here, too. Eight of Cups in the reverse, I've heard it read as coming back, but I also read this as stagnancy, not leaving. But it's definitely someone realizing something in hindsight, I feel. I had to get rid of the music because there was too many annoying ads, and I don't feel like listening for new music right now. Happiness, I feel as though happiness is the outcome, okay? That's what we're leading to. That's what we're working towards. It's a real genuine 10 of Cups, though, which has to do with the 9 of Cups, which is finding the building blocks and the elements of happiness within yourself first and foremost, so that this is not just an easy facade that comes and goes. Okay. Yeah, someone could be like trying to like patchwork this in a way that's not tried and true or long lasting. Okay. So yeah. Could be taking the easy way out. Losing objectivity. Yeah, a lot of energies have taken the easy way out here. Yep. Cutting ties, not really kind of bringing completion or fulfillment to any given situation. All right. We're taking the easy way out. Things coming off track, off kilter, not putting them back on track. And they know that if they did slow down or give this a chance, that it really would have been a twin flame soulmate connection. But in my realm, in my world, in my understanding, I feel as though we have multiple twin flame partners. I am not of this mind that we're limited to, just one. Okay, let's see if anything else wants to come out here. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be coming off the market. Someone is off the market. It could be financially dependent. It could be masculine, feminine aspects of that. Someone is working on their own, emotionally independent. Showing mastery over this 5 of Cups in the reverse. Growing and building towards the 9 of Cups in the upright. A lot of energies of waiting for that next love to possibly come in. Okay, the Three of Wands in the upright is looking for your ships to come in. It could be even traveling abroad, but the Two of Cups in the upright, that could either be romantic or it could be contractual, it could be business oriented. But definitely someone feels as though they're on the precipice of this new connection. That's what the Two of Cups speaks to. It could be a current connection, it could be a familial, it could be a friendship, family orientated connection. It doesn't have to just be business or romantic. It is an exchange of emotion, though. It could be communication with someone from a distance, someone that really fills you up. It's what we were talking about earlier today. Okay, where even if you're just hopping on the phone with a mother figure and they're telling you old stories and things that kind of like just you never knew. My mom was telling me a story about how my grandfather died. And man, I was sobbing like a baby, but it filled me up. It like gave me this kind of like emotional tidal wave of like just something to add to the mix of something to keep fighting for, legacy and the sacrifices that he made, and being empowered and emboldened by the fact that we all come from someone or somewhere. So for me, that was very powerful and profound to keep on fighting for that legacy that he left behind and the sacrifices and the risks that he took. So it could be, coming into communication with people that really like fill you up and you fill them up likewise. Give them an outlet. There's so many different forms of currency, right? It's not just money. It's emotional currency. It's energetic currency, things of that nature. So let's see what else wants to come out here. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else, Spirit, that wants to come out here? I'm just going to run through the rest of this deck. This has just been a general collective reading for the creative collective unconscious, as I like to call it. Also available, my rates are in the description box if you're interested in for a paid reading. Okay, the Empress is here. She's always a good sign for money or love. Ruling planet Venus in Capricorn. So this is powering our sector of the 10th house, career, longevity, notoriety, how others see us in the work sphere or in our career. So she's really bringing that supercharged component and element into our career life, into our career path. It's always great to see the Empress out here. Let's see what else wants to come out. This is carving your own path with the Hierophant in reverse. Maybe thinking outside the box. There is something coming to an end, though, a cycle here. The Death card doesn't always obviously mean literal death, as much as proverbial death. Things are completing, and then also things are being revealed as incomplete with the World card in the reverse. It could be lessons that have yet to be integrated into your life, or it could also be people from the past, but definitely another cycle that you're going to move into. Granted, you're going to be better, okay, because when cycles persist over and over again, we're going to be learning from them. So that's actually been my theme for 2023 is get better each and every week on anything in small increments, step by step, as long as you're making progress. I do see a lot of exchanging of resources here with the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. This is bestowing value to others and investing in others and keeping that train going, keeping that cycle going. And another kind of connection is that, yes, there could be the exchange of resources with the Pentacles here, but there's also that kind of refilling of your gas tank as well, emotionally, as we spoke to earlier. Remembering that that's also a form of currency to refill the spirit. I do see a tower moment coming through soon. The planet Uranus is moving forward. I believe in Taurus. That's the sector of generating income, money, day-to-day value resources. And so Uranus typically rules the Tower card here because it's shock, awe, surprise. It's divine intervention, divine encountering, and it could be for the Hangman. Okay, someone feels suspended or stagnated. It's something that you've been wanting to manifest. It's coming through. Okay. Others can take umbrage with it or try to challenge it or try to block it, but karmic justice is on your side here. And it might be this higher level of financial stability here with the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm seeing that when you take where you've been and you add that to finally having some semblance of stability, then you get the Emperor, and that matches this kind of blessing that the Empress is bringing. Very cool. Others could be jealous of it. Others could feel that you didn't work for it. But they're on their own path, growing what they're growing. You know that you worked for it and you earned it. I'm also seeing the King of Pentacles here in the upright as well. So this is both the masculine and feminine understandings of wealth and power and currency. There's an exchange rate between emotional currency and pentacle currency is what I'm getting here. Yeah, you were willing to take the blows as far as the silent treatment, people, shutting the door on your face, having to leave companies, groups of people, stagnancy, the dead signal, things coming to an end, your own thoughts and worries, and still you rose, you accomplished, you succeeded, you came out of conflict. So it still worked in your favor somehow, some way. Very cool. Yeah, despite any betrayal, despite anything, you stuck with it. You took it on the chin like a champ, really. You took it like a man. And for that, you will be rewarded with this. And this. Which is the financial backing. On top of the kind of spiritual coming together of the twin flame energies. It makes me think of the new Matrix. I might go back and finish watching that because there might be some truth to maybe the negative powers that be that are trying to keep, master number couples from being with each other and causing chaos and fooling people into living out of their lower energies, their lower aspects, their lower dwellings. So I might finish watching that. All right, guys, I'm relieved that I ran through the deck. I gave you more than enough time. I was going to give you just 15 minutes because, there was really no one there. So I'm kind of working in a vacuum. But I'm proud of myself. I did it. Reach out for a one-on-one and all that jazz. Holla at your boy. Love you guys. Peace.